Wow. 900 already. I feel like I made the 800 video last week, and now a week later, well, around a week later, we've smashed that. And it's already gone over 900, way over 900, and that is insane. It's insane. First and foremost, obviously, thank you all so much for the support. Again, as always, you guys are incredible. To all the new people, hello, this is me. I don't really show my face much in videos much anymore, but this is me. Except this needs to go. But this is me. And I like to do these type of videos and use a face cam because it's more of a way to connect to you guys on a personal level, just to thank you all specifically, and you can see me, and we can have a decent conversation face to face. So hello to all the new people, thank you for subscribing, thank you for coming into the channel over the past few days. It's been absolutely manic, like everything's kind of blew up the past couple of days, and yeah, thank you to all of the new people who have turned up, and yeah, I really do appreciate it. But hey, to all those new people who have just joined, I do want to kind of say a few things about the channel, how the channel works and stuff like that. I know some of the long time subscribers already know probably what I'm going to say, but it's still nice to let the new people know, and just let everyone know what's going on with the channel, what it's all about, what we do, and stuff like that. So here we go. First and foremost, it's a Resident Evil channel. Of course, the primary thing is Resident Evil. I mentioned in the video yesterday that I will be branching out a little bit. In the near future, like, things are going to start appearing on the channel that aren't Resident Evil, but that will always be the primary. Like, whenever there is news, whenever there is ideas that come to mind, anything like that to do with RE, it is going up over anything else. But there are new games coming out this year. There are games I want to cover that have been out for a while that I've never got around to, or just really enjoy that I have made content for. And yeah, there's new games coming. To name a few, things are coming close to now, Evil Within 1 and 2, Alien Isolation, Bioshock series, all that kind of stuff is coming, as well as some others that are in early stages of content planning and stuff right now. So pretty interesting things are coming. Next up, I do want to kind of mention something that I do kind of stand by on the channel. Anyone's opinion about anything to do with the Resident Evil series is completely welcome, and that goes for any game in the future as well. Like, I don't want anyone to feel like they have an opinion that not many people agree with, and they're going to get, like, shit talked for or anything like that, because it's not going to happen, because a lot of the subscribers I've had for a while now, and I can really do think of a few people come to mind immediately, are all super chilled. They're not really going to judge you for having a different view, and stuff like that. So if there is any opinions you have that you may not think most people would agree with, leave it in the comments, let people know, because it's interesting to see this stuff. And no one's going to judge you or anything like that, no one's going to say anything bad. What I will say is, everyone's polite. Even if they don't agree with you, they are not going to kind of, destroy you for it. They're not going to judge you for it. So you are free to think what you want to think. And then finally, upload schedule and stuff like that. I try to upload once a day at least, and then stream at the weekends. Both days usually, depending on if I'm at work, because obviously I do have a job outside of YouTube. So both days most likely, but sometimes maybe only one. Yeah, so streams every weekend, upload every single day. Next week, I've mentioned again yesterday that I'm taking a break. When I say break, I mean I won't be recording or anything next week. I'm taking the week off just to play other things, because there's some big releases next week I want to kind of sink myself into. But there will be videos ready to go for next week anyway, so it's not really going to look any different from your perspective, but for me, I'm going to be kind of just chilling out next week. So yeah, just going to let everyone know that. But that's basically it in terms of, information you probably should know about the channel. Obviously, just to recap, uploads every day, streams most weekends if I can. By all means, share any thoughts on any games or characters or anything like that in the comments. No one's going to judge you or anything like that. It's completely up to you if you want to do that, but, no one's going to say anything bad. We do get occasional people who come in and do kind of say shit like that, but, they're not really worth it. Let's be honest, it's not worth getting on the set about or anything like that, because the majority of people on the channel are just really cool people and really chill people. So do not worry about anything like that. Okay, so for the 900 subscribers, I honestly hadn't planned anything yet, mainly because I didn't expect it to get there this fast. I usually kind of make these videos in preparation, like when it gets close to that number, I usually start doing it just to kind of prepare for it, but this happened overnight, and it was quite a ways off still, in my mind, so I don't really have anything planned. I I have some ideas that I do kind of want to mention, and most of these are going to be probably 1000 milestones now, but there are things I'm pretty interested in doing, so I'm going to talk about them now. First up is a tier list video. People have been asking me to do this for so long. Like, I've seen so many few different people say, can you make a tier list video? I want to see like what you would place different Resident Evil games in, and I can officially say it's being worked on right now. It's taking a little longer than I thought because my mind always changes its mind. I can never settle on what I think is the best or the worst. It always changes. But the video's being made. I'm about halfway through now, and all the decisions I've made in it so far are 100% set in stone, so nothing's changing there, but it's on its way and should be with you all pretty soon. I'm not going to post that for 1000 anymore. I'm just going to post it when it's done, so essentially that'll be the 900 video, because people have been asking me for it for so long. So it's coming, it's nearly ready. But for 1000 I always had a plan. I always had a plan for 1000, and this is going to be something that I think a few people who are already quite long-term fans of the channel know about me, and that is I've never actually finished Code Veronica. And I'm not also a massive fan of it either. Like, I appreciate why people like it, I see the merits behind it and why it gets a lot of praise, but for me it's just not my personal taste. Never finished it. I do remember some parts of it, but very vaguely. I've basically forgot all the puzzle solutions and stuff like that, so essentially I forgot how the game works and how the game plays and what happens. So what I was going to do, because obviously Code Veronica does have a bit of a following, I would say it's probably one of the more popular games in the series. When I do get 1000, I do want to kind of play it through over the course of a weekend, and it'll essentially be a blind run for me. Like, I do not remember much at all, and it does bother me that I haven't finished it once, so I do want to try and get it beat. So that's probably what I'm going to do for that. I think it's about time that I finally got around to playing it and actually finishing it, because it needs to be done. It bothers me every day. Like, I always remember I haven't finished the game at all. I know what happens at the end, but I've never actually experienced it, so that's what we're going to do. That was the plan. That was always the plan for me. So Code Veronica, when we do get 1000, I will stream it and I will play it until it is done. But yeah, that stuff's out of the way. I do want to kind of talk about things that are coming in the near future in terms of new series and new games and stuff like that. There's a few things on the list that I am currently making. Some are nearly finished, so they'll be out in like a week, maybe 2, and then some are in the early stages. So I'm just going to throw a few things out there in terms of series and new videos and see what you think. First of all, the Who Exactly Is series, which we've all come to call it now, is doing really well. Basically what that is, if you are new, is we've gone over a lot of the side characters through Resident Evil and talked about their backstory, you know, where they were before the events of a game, any kind of early life stuff, what they were doing between games, if they were in separate installments, and, you know, potential of them returning later on in the series, and they're all doing really well. There's a few more Resident Evil ones to come. The next one I believe that's coming out is Chief Irons from Resident Evil 2, and that should be out on the weekend. So that's pretty interesting. There's a lot of information about him that I didn't even know when I was researching him, so it's interesting. But I do want to branch that series out from Resident Evil, and I'm going to start with Evil Within. And the first episode for that will be about Julie Kidman, who is obviously not a side character per se in Evil Within. She's quite a big deal, but it's not Sebastian. Basically, any character that isn't Sebastian we'll start with, and then, like I've mentioned before, you know, the main characters for Resident Evil are coming. They're longer videos, there's a lot going into them, and they are being made. The Chris and Jill ones are nearly finished, which is great, and then we'll go into the main characters in other series. But yeah, Evil Within is being added to that selection, starting with Kidman, Joseph, and Ruvik being the main villain, and I'm excited to do that. Like, I'm excited to jump back into Evil Within. I think those games are really, really underrated, so I'm looking forward to it. A few of the games I'm throwing into that series are Dead Rising, Frank, Chuck, all those characters are coming out. Again, they are main characters, but they're not really as in-depth as Resident Evil main characters, so they are coming. Alien Isolation, do want to talk about Ripley in that game and other characters who feature in that game, as well as some other extra horror games, mainly Silent Hill as well. There's a few optional characters in Silent Hill I really want to cover, so they're coming too. And then the next series, this is a brand new one that is coming out, hopefully first episode again this weekend. I'm thinking maybe Sunday, if I can get the last little bit of it finished, is the Horror Of series. We're going to start with the first Resident Evil game, and we're basically going to talk about the horror of the game shows you, you know, how it has an impact on you, what it is. Obviously, horror is subjective across many games, many medias and stuff like that. So we're starting with the first Resident Evil game. We're going to go through at least the first 3 Resident Evil games first, and then kind of branch out into other series, go into other Resident Evil games like Code Veronica. Survivor is on that list. You know, there's a few out there that are not as popular, but the mainline series will still be there too. And again, branching out into other games, Evil Within, Silent Hill, stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited to do that. It's been an idea that's been floating around my mind for a while, and it's finally nearly ready to go. So that's cool too. But yeah, that's just a little look at what's coming to the channel soon. I'll say soon. Any ideas for any kind of videos you want to see, I'm always open to suggestions. Obviously I have a lot of my own things that are coming. Some are really kind of early on in the planning stages, some are ready to go, like the ones I've mentioned. But any ideas are always welcome. Any games also welcome. But yeah, that was just a bit of an update on what's coming soon, so hopefully you're looking forward to it. But I think that about does it. I think I've spoken long enough. I don't know if you can hear, but there's like a pretty bad storm outside. The wind is going crazy right now, so I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pretty wild. Anyway, thank you all again for 900. It's honestly ridiculous to think it's got to that point already. We're literally under 50 away from 1,000, and that is mind-blowing to me. Like, I had that goal set for the end of the year, and it is February. Like, I'm so much closer than I thought I was going to be. So thank you all for that. Again, if you are new, hello, this is me, and I hope you do enjoy your time on the channel. Again, I do want to quickly mention we have a Discord, so if anyone does feel like talking to me directly, or some of the guys on the channel already, they'll all be there. You can come in, talk to anyone, or just hang out. It's up to you. So I'll leave a link to that in the description. But yeah, thank you all so very much, and I'll see you all in the next video.